r/AskReddit. If you woke up a billionaire tomorrow, what's the most pointless thing you'd buy? If I woke up a billionaire, he'd probably be pissed off. A huge garage and scores of classic cars, especially muscle cars from the 1960s and very early 70s. Ventilator. A lottery ticket. A new plug for my bathtub. I've been in need of one for a hot minute. New pair of socks every day. One of the best feelings in the world. Reddit. Nothing. Whether I awaken some random billionaire or not, I'm still broke. Blind strippers. The stage kind of erotic affection that only escort girls can give me. One of those Roomba lawn mowers. If it's anything like the vacuum, then I'm still putting in time watching it, making sure it doesn't get stuck somewhere or need cleaning. A giant boulder. Hear me out. Ever hear of levitated mass in Los Angeles? They brought in a 340-ton boulder as a permanent public art installation at LACMA. The project was estimated at $10 million. I'd like a similar boulder, brought in from a similar distance from my backyard. I want people to wonder why and how whenever they visit my home and see a large boulder sitting in my yard, serving no purpose but to make people wonder. They'd have to dismantle pieces of my home or demolish my neighbor's home to get such a boulder into my backyard. Perhaps I'd use it as a cornerstone of my house, which would otherwise be made of modern materials, visible from the inside as well as out. It's the most baller thing I could possibly do. Edit. Spelling. Formatting. The Power 9 and the beta printing from Magic the Gathering. I would also get myself a full play set of the original dual lands, but I would probably get them in unlimited or revised. So much Lego. YouTube Premium. Private island. A condom. My face is enough protection. I would buy all tickets to a insert popular music artist concert. At the day of the concert I would appear too late to the concert and leave the place after 5 minutes. When the artist stops playing after seeing me leaving, I would heavily complain. That's it. When the Powerball jackpot was at $1 billion a while back, my friends and I were talking about this. My friend has a super old, super beat up BMW. Pretty stock. He likes the classic look. I'd take all my friends on vacation, and while we were all partying in Goa or some shit, I'd have his car stolen and restored, but in a way that he'd hate. Fix all the rust, but make it like candy flake paint, airbags, stupid wheels. Like, spend several weeks and hundreds of thousands of dollars on a dumb prank that ends with someone else having a car they don't especially like. I'd buy a snake, habitat and everything, and not a cheap one either. An expensive ass snake, like a $2,000 snake. Then I'd pay someone to take care of it. But the point is, I bought a snake. I'd buy a large coffee even though I would drink only a third of it. I'd buy Reddit and shut it down. A genuine medieval suit of armor for my guide to put on display. I feel like nothing I'd buy would be pointless. My life goal is to be a NEET, a person who is not in employment, education, or training. I would buy a crap ton of land, several modular homes, and have a solar farm for my family to live on and golf carts to get from one end of the compound to the other. My family is very close-knit, but sprawled over 3 states, and we love spending time together, but also need to be able to go to our own homes and be away sometimes. Plus the house situation in America is kinda shit. So everyone would be able to have a secure home for the rest of their lives and never have to worry about that again. I'd pay someone to be my hype man, no matter where I went. There'd be someone hyping me and keeping the mood right. Like, I'm buying groceries and my hype guy is there going, "Whoa, get your sad asses out my man's way. We got parties to get to and fine women to kiss." A hat for every time I went out of the house this summer. Oh wait. A sphere of pure gold. I buy a hazmat suit and bribe a buddy to run into Walmart naked, dripping pink jello, as I chase him in the suit. The president. As a fatus, it'd be a gym. Para ser sincero una PC de la NASA para mi novia y para mí. Y lo demás para invitarla a salir: 3. A fleet of cars. I want every edition of some car. A first edition copy of Little Women. I collect interesting copies of the book and I think that would be the ultimate. I'd commission someone to build me a superhero outfit just so that when I have kids and a family, I can have them stumble onto it and pretend that I was a vigilante in my early years. Nothing. I'd only keep buying things that make sense to me. I'm weird that way. Probably a Barrett 50. Not super useful but looks like fun. Jewelry in general. The shop I used to work at. A bowling ball. A pet rock. A singular orange. A sphere. Just kidding. A pool full of quicksand. An island and turn it into a republic. About 100 billion penny stocks. I thought about buying the most ridiculous PC setup ever, but then realized I wasn't thinking big enough. As a billionaire, I could instead buy a company to engineer PCs that would be obsolete in less than a year on my behalf. Any Apple product: Mayo. Toronto Maple Leafs. A sack of hammers. Then when anyone says something that pisses me off, I'll point at it and say, "You're not dumber than that, are you?" 2 chicks at the same time. All of the games on Steam. All of them. A senator. If I was waking up a billionaire, I would be climbing out of their bed. So, plan B pill, I guess. Every single DLC for Train Simulator. Can't think of a worse way to blow a cool billion. A golf course. A wife. A politician. New socks. I'd have a new pair of socks every day for the rest of my life. I will buy a private condo in Hawaii and never visit it. One of those oxygen machines that you sit in and it gives you more oxygen. It's supposed to increase health. Baby clothes. I have no baby and will not be having one anytime soon. All the Lego sets. And a house to display them in. Ferrari. I'd buy my own jumbo jet. And then not use it because it's way too big. Solid gold house and a rocket car. 10 metric tons of Lucky Charms marshmallows delivered to a friend. My favorite grill joint in the town I'm from. I'm concerned the old lady may not be able to keep it afloat if the corona crisis ruins the summer. I'd only ask to buy it so she could run it worry-free for as long as she wants. A Volkswagen Tiguan. Painted to look like a dinosaur. And where the letters that normally spell out the name of the car model. It would Tiguanadon. Oh, and the horn is a Godzilla roar instead of normal. Every game and DLC on Steam. Not a lot of Steam games. But every Steam game. A ball.